Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 22nd of October. My name is Philip Kingston.
And I'm GARYPEER.
And Gary, what an amazing week. Who would have ever thought?
You know, I want to show some footage, Phil. I don't know what order you've got for today. There's so much going on, so much to talk about. But I wanted to show some footage which I've got from a year ago at the REIV Awards, because they're very funny. Just have a look at this. GARYPEER & Associates, of course, with all those other categories, didn't get a nomination.
We did not win any category.
In fact, although we did steal one of our friends' award and got a photo taken with it. I don't know if we've got a shot of that, but that was funny, yes. So we did steal someone else's award just so we get a photo with an award.
And just for the record, the reason we didn't win any other categories is we actually didn't nominate for any other category, just for the record.
It's hard to win the lottery when you don't buy a ticket, isn't it?
Correct.
So we stole someone else's award last year, Philip, but this is the first year we've gone in. We nominated for 8
hang
awards.
hang on. So we need to back this up a little bit because you're about to launch into what we're going to be talking about today. But we need to put this into perspective. Yeah. We are talking about the Real Estate Institute of Victoria Annual Awards for Excellence. Yeah. This is huge. This is right across the state. Yep. This is the biggest thing that happens in real estate.
It's the Oscars of real estate. The Brownlow.
It's the Emmys, it's the Oscars.
The Logies.
It's the Brownlow, it's the Logies, all wrapped up into one. And yes, last year, Gary, what did we win last year?
Nada.
Okay.
Nothing.
Zero. But what did we enter last year?
Well, you know, Adam Josky, congratulations. He was a finalist last year, as he has been a number of years for being an extraordinary salesperson, which he is. Yep. And he was nominated again this year, as was Jeremy Rosens, as were we.
From a corporate point of view, did we enter some awards this year?
We entered for the first time, Philip. Yes, we did.
And
we, aside from Adam and Jeremy, we had another 6 awards that we nominated, and we were finalists in all 6, which we just couldn't believe. Actually.
So were we actually finalists in 8 awards, because we've got to include Jeremy and Adam's entrance. So
we didn't go into the rural award.
We were the finalist in 8 categories, and we are excited to announce not only we were the finalist in 8 categories, but GARYPEER & Associates swept the awards. Let's do them one at a time. And we've even got an award person that brings things in now. This show is so big now, we've got people that hand us awards.
Oh, it's massive.
What is this the award for, Gary?
Big scarful. This is the Corporate Promotions Award Victoria #1.
And by the way,
don't put your fingers on it there.
This one, we beat Barry Plant Doherty with hundreds of offices.
Oh, not hundreds, Philip.
And
he's done 10,000 auctions.
We beat Ray Weiss with over 1,000 offices,
well, I don't know if
nationally
1,000. I think there
and
probably
internationally.
Is. And they're great companies and esteemed companies.
Award #1. Cass, what have you got for us?
Award #2.
Award
Thank you very much. Da-da.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much. This happens to be the Innovation Award, Philip, for a couple of innovative real estate agents, and a big part of this was what we're doing right now.
GPTV?
GPTV was part of the launch of that Innovation Award.
So that's 2 awards, Gary, and 2 would have been enough, because 2...
More than enough. Too many.
2 is already multi-awards. But wait, there's more. Cat.
Can you believe it? I'm not going to drop it. Okay, thank you. It's so beautifully presented to me. Philip, real estate's about communication, isn't it?
It is. It's all about communication.
And if you're going to be a good real estate agent, you've got to communicate well, so well, that if you're good enough, you get to win the REIV Communications Award, Philip.
So just line it up, Gary. Not 1, not 2, not 3 awards, but the big one on the night. The biggest award you can possibly win.
Which we would have loved to have won.
Which we never in our wildest dreams ever thought we'd ever be.
It was the last award. It's awarded by the CEO, Enzo Raimondo, of the real estate industry. All of the big name, we're not going to name, but all the big name agents, in my opinion, the big companies, been around for a lot longer than us, established, brilliant agents.
Some brands that have been around for over 100 years.
Philip Webb and Fletcher, some of these guys, I mean, you know, they're my idols. They're like my real estate idols, some of these guys. So just to be nominated in the same category as a finalist was the biggest thrill.
The category was, Gary?
Yes, Excellence Award for Large Residential Real Estate Agent 2013, Philip.
And this is the industry, this is the award for the best for the year.
Yeah, and now there's a big pause, a big drum roll, and breath. We're holding our breath, aren't we?
The room went silent. You could cut the air with a knife.
And what happened, Phil?
What happened, Gary? Well, is Kat coming to see us or not? Let's have a look. Yes, there is a fourth award, and yes,
you beauty.
We did win it, Gary.
Don't touch it there. The large agent residential award.
I've just got to make sure that these are all in shot, Gary, because
don't take them out with the boys on the night. I was going to bring them out the card game on Friday night. I thought they'll all be smashed.
I've got to tell you, Gary, you and I both went through 12 years of school.
Yep. A bit more than that, with all the repeat years.
That's right. Actually,
that was by the time I got to year number 3.
Correct. We went through about 16 years of primary and secondary education.
Yep.
We both went on to university where we dropped out. You, I think, lasted 12 days. I lasted 28 days or something. Never in our entire scholastic career did we ever win an award for anything.
Nope.
And now, not one, not two, not 3, but 4 awards. So we're feeling pretty chuffed.
The dunce's hat's been thrown in the bin, Phil. God knows we wore it out at school. But I've got to tell you, just for the viewers, this award, this large agency, residential agency award, is the greatest excitement of all of them because this one belongs to our entire team. So I just want to say thank you to our team, thank you and well done to our team, and most importantly, thank you to all the people that give us a chance to do business with them and for them. Where would we be without our clients, Phil? We opened up at 23 years old, 2 young scallywags. We haven't got much more mature since then, but we've probably got a bit better at real estate. But just to be given the go from our clients is a blessing. We love every opportunity. We don't care if it's small, big, rental sales, it's all good, but this is about our team. We are so proud of you all. Thank you.
And Gary, there's an old cliche which says, and we might have said it before, but find a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I think we're completely blessed that we get to deal with the most fantastic clients. We really do have a range of the most fantastic clients.
We do.
But we also have the best people working with us.
And affiliations with great people, great professional people and great colleagues as well. Even some of the agents that didn't win, who we have relationships with, we've got great relationships, and it's healthy competitive relationships as well as some camaraderie there. But it's all good, and this is a great thrill.
That's enough about us, Gary. That's enough about the awards.
We've got to talk about real estate.
Let's put them aside. I'm going to move them over to the side. I'm going to move them out of camera because there's enough boasting. Let's talk.
You love the boasting.
Let's talk about real estate because it's going to be the most incredible weekend.
Let's have a break, then come back with it. Well, that's enough of that, Philip. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening this weekend, because does it get any bigger than this weekend, Phil?
Gary, this is got to be, well, first of all, it's the biggest weekend in Melbourne, full stop. There's never been any more auctions, I think, than this weekend. Absolutely huge, whichever suburb you go to. But here's the funny part, Gary. We've got 31 auctions this weekend, and I was saying to somebody a week or so ago, this weekend, we've got more auctions in this one weekend than we did in our first 2 years of business.
Do you think so?
So in one weekend, we're auctioning more properties in one weekend than we did in our first 2 years.
But you've done 10,000 auctions too, haven't you?
Do you know what? After this weekend, I will be knocking on the door of 10,000 auctions.
So not. Look, just leave the stats to me, they're more reliable. Before we launch it this weekend, let's talk about last, because the weekend past was a very good one for us too, Philip. It wasn't as busy as this weekend, but it was a big one still. We had 10 and sold 8 out of 10.
And 80%, nothing wrong with 80%, Gary, particularly when the industry average was 71%. So once again, smash the industry average.
Shall we whip through them?
Yep.
So the first auction this weekend was in Lansdowne Road, an apartment at 22.6 Lansdowne Road. The reserve was $415. Philip sold for $452,000.
I auctioned apartment number 10 at 310 Inkerman Street, a 2-bedroom, reserve there of $500. Sold that for $525 under the hammer.
North Road, Phil, it was actually passed in at $500,000, but sold post-auction for $522,000. Well done to Leo Samuel. Let's talk about Sunday, Phil.
Sunday morning, Gary, 10:30, I arrived at 24 Raphael Street.
That's a good address.
Put in a vendor bid there of $750. A bidder came in at $760. We passed it into that bidder. Sold, undisclosed, in excess of $800,000.
Now, you would have gone to East Brighton, Phil, to Cheeseman Avenue, but you didn't get there. And the reason you didn't get there was because it was sold before auction. So well done to Darren. It is undisclosed, but that was sold.
And Daniel Reese for nominating the bar, Gary.
Congratulations. In fact, I must say, Phil, that this weekend of our 8 sales, I think 5 of the 8 sales were buyers who we'd moved, or 6 who had moved from property to property. So we don't have to depend on the media, Phil, not the advertising.
I've got to tell you, Gary, it's a point of difference with our agency, and our viewers should be aware of this. A great number of the transactions in our business are by a salesperson moving a buyer from one property to another property to another property.
Because that's what good salespeople do, Philip.
Correct. So often the buyer is part of our internal nomination system.
They are. Let's move on to Bentley, Phil, because we were there in Fairbank Road in Bentley, and we sold that one, Phil, at $620,000. It was passed in at $560,000, but a good post-auction negotiation by Leo there. In Scott Street, we didn't sell it, but I reckon we should have because it's a good property. I can't believe we haven't found a buyer yet.
Negotiations underway there, Gary. I reckon that'll get sold.
Passed in $750,000, reserve $799,000, a bit of a gap, but I reckon we'll fill it. It's a beauty. If you're looking at $800,000 for a freestanding, lovely home, Philip, that's a good one to get yourself off to.
I auctioned number 18 Stone Street, Gary.
Yes.
Big crowd, held it inside. We had a reserve there of $950,000, and we sold that under the hammer for a fabulous $1,080,000. And we moved a buyer from a house that we'd sold about a month ago, probably about no more than 700 or 800 metres away. We moved them into this one, and I believe they're going to do a fabulous renovation to it.
I'm sure they will. We didn't sell the property in Testar. It was one of the two we passed in. That's a great block of land, an opportunity for somebody now for sale. But one at 130 Balaclava Road, that was a thumper, wasn't it, Phil? The price is undisclosed.
Undisclosed, Gary. Competitive bidding there, passed in, and a negotiation resulted in the sold sticker going up about 20 minutes after the auction.
And that's a wrap for the weekend pass, Phil. We've got the biggest ever weekend right now coming up. Coming on you, ladies and gentlemen. Can I say that?
You can't. It's viewers,
okay.
Gary. It's viewers, sorry.
Viewers. It is coming at you, viewers, and it is a big, big weekend. We can't talk about them all, can we? Because it'll just be too long. Can we?
I think we can, Gary. We're going to whip through them just property by property. We're going to flash them up on screen.
It's a bumper edition.
But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Give us a wrap on Saturday.
We're going to do this quickly, Gary. We're going to bring them all up on screen. So we start off on Saturday at 10:30 at apartment number 117 at 220 Commercial Road in Param. That's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. We then move on to 2 at 15 Masters Street. That's also at 10:30. That is a fabulous 2-bedroom apartment. We then have another apartment. It's going to be an apartment weekend, Gary. 2 bedrooms.
A smorgasbord of apartments.
2-bedroom apartment at 10 at 30 Nepean Highway, Elstonwick. Also at 10:30, Gary, we've got 9A Rothschild Street, Caulfield South. Jeremy Rosens is going to be auctioning at 11:30 the most fabulous architect-designed home at 5 Alma Place, St Kilda.
You're auctioning that, and we did shoot the St Kilda report from there, and it's a beauty.
Then we move on also at 11:30 to home number 1 at 20 Katandra Road, Ormond.
Oh, Phil, I'm doing the auction in Wando Grove. That's a terrific apartment. It's at 11:30 a.m. Been a lot of interest in that one, Phil.
That's 1 at 6 Wando Grove, St Kilda East. We then also have an apartment at number 12, apartment number 12 at 8 Charnwood Grove, St Kilda. That's at 12:30 on Saturday.
And you're going off to Malvern at 12:30, Phil?
Yes, Gary, I'm a bit of a Malvern agent these days. We've got number 18 Corkwell Street, Malvern, and that's going to be auctioned at 12:30.
While you're there, I'm up the road, Phil, just near the Caulfield Racecourse in Normanby Road, a terrific villa at 3 at 69 Normanby Road, 12:30, Phil.
Oh, what a great house this is. Number 19 Horsley Avenue, St Kilda East. Gorgeous single-fronted house there. That should be a terrific auction.
And while you're there, Leo's going to be at 83 Estar Road. That's a terrific home. There's been good interest in that. A great location, Phil. And then you're off to Hawthorn, Mr. Hawthorn.
Yes, and what a great house this is. Built and designed by DDB Design. Home number 2 at 28 Mowbray Street in Hawthorn East. A salubrious address.
And it keeps getting better. Another terrific apartment in the suburb of Elstonwick. A great location.
Apartment number 8 at 302 Glen Ira Road, Elstonwick, and that's going to be auctioned at 3:30 on Saturday.
That's a pretty big Saturday, Phil.
Fantastic.
It's going to be a busy
Saturday,
one.
Gary.
You're not going to be much fun to go out with on Saturday night because you won't have much of a voice.
I won't be going clubbing on Saturday night, I don't believe.
Let's run through Sunday, shall we? It starts off, Phil, in Estar Road, a terrific property. It's been the same family for many generations, that home. And that's, of course, at number 87 Estar Road in Caulfield North. A terrific land opportunity. Maybe a renovation, Philip, I'm not sure, but we have an apartment also in Hotham Street. That's a beauty. That goes off at 11:30. Jeremy Rosens with the honours. Now, this apartment in Inkerman Road, I have to spend just an extra moment because this is a terrific apartment. 1 at 686 Inkerman Road, Caulfield North. It's got the most massive courtyard. It's the most fabulous apartment. It's in beautiful order. It's been improved over the years. I think this is probably one of the best courtyard apartments I've seen for a long time.
And that's a big call, Gary. That's at 11:30 on Sunday.
11:30 Sunday. That is a beauty. If you get to one auction and make it that one.
I'm going to talk about this house, Gary. Number 17 Lempriere Avenue, St Kilda East. This is the most incredible street in the most incredible suburb, and it actually has a boundary. Its southern boundary stretches right along the Green Meadows Park. So you couldn't find a better street, better location, Gary. 17 Lempriere Avenue goes to auction on Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
That's one of my favourites. While you're there, Phil, I'm just going to be up the road in Hawthorne Road, where I'm going to at 12:30 commence an auction at Unit 2 at 189 Hawthorne Road.
What a great building that is.
Another terrific courtyard apartment, Phil, and you will be right simultaneously at the same time.
211 Cambrook Road, Caulfield, a single-storey, absolute solid brick, fabulous 70s house, 60s or 70s house on in excess of 800 square metres of land. That should be a cracker.
But wait, there's more. 4 at 40 Northcote Avenue, Phil, is going to be auctioned at 12:30 by Jeremy Rosens. What a terrific apartment. What a great street. What a great address. A lovely home. Come and have a look at it. Phil, you're going to be in Dandenong Road. No, I am at 1:30. Tell us a little bit about that property,
410C Dandenong Road, Caulfield North. What a great position. Goes through there to Norwood Road. Great spot, great property.
Affordable price range too. We're back in Hawthorne Road, Phil, at 1:30.
At 399A Hawthorne Road, Caulfield South. A great single-fronted home there. Great entry level into the marketplace.
Now, I love Ward Avenue and its address in Caulfield North, don't you?
Ward Avenue is a great spot. 13 Ward Avenue, Caulfield North represents a great opportunity. 649 square metres of land with a very comfortable house on it, and that goes to auction at 1:30 on Sunday.
You get the pleasure of doing that auction, Phil, but 2:30 I'm going to have the pleasure of auctioning 7B Emma Street, Caulfield South. That's a beautiful modern town residence.
Fantastic.
Own street frontage. Looking forward to that one, Phil. Orong Road, magnificent old style apartment. Does it get better?
Doesn't get any better. Walking distance to our office, and that goes to auction at 2:30 on Sunday. A really nice apartment, that one.
I remember selling it to the owner, and she was squealed with excitement when it was knocked down.
Squealed with excitement.
Yeah, you don't see enough squealing with excitement at auctions, though, Phil. Tell us about this one in Parkside Avenue, Elstonwick.
6 at 18 Park Street, Elstonwick.
Parkside Street.
Parkside Street goes to auction at 2:30 on Sunday, and that's a really good single-level, 2-bedroom villa home.
Now, 3:30, Phil. The subject property that we're in at the moment, right here in Vadler Avenue.
Well, Gary,
does it get better?
Let's talk about this house, because this is truly the most extraordinary house, been owned by the same family for decades, because this is the sort of house that you buy for a generation or more, on approximately 16,000 square feet of prime St Kilda East land, a frontage to Vadler Avenue of in excess of 100 feet, indoor swimming pool, gracious entertaining areas. This is a home that I've driven past for years and wondered one day whether we'd ever be lucky enough to sell it, Gary, and here we are.
We're blessed to be selling a house like this. We are blessed. And they never come up in this street. It's got to be one of the tightest held streets in Melbourne, I would have thought. It doesn't get much better, Phil.
Very exciting.
And then after all of that, and we hope to see you at Vadler Avenue, but after all of that, we're off to LA. Los Angeles we're going to, Phil.
Are we?
Los Angeles Court.
Know that.
Yeah, we've got a property that we're selling in Los Angeles Court. Another splendid period home.
Funny.
I've got it all going on, Philip, because award-winning agents can do that sort of thing. We've got this one in Los Angeles Court. Lamore's been handling that one. What a terrific house this is, Philip. What a magnificent
Great house, great street, great location, and that's going to cap off the end of the most incredible weekend. We hope that we will have the energy to film GPTV next week, because after doing 31 auctions, I reckon if we are a no-show for next week's GPTV, the viewers will forgive us.
Well, we're not going to be a no-show. We're going to turn up, Phil, because we're going to have to tell everyone what happened at those weekends, those auctions. But we won't have anything to review, because the following week is Derby Day, Philip. And are you going to go to the Derby?
Oh, I'll be there at the Derby, Gary.
You'll have your top hat and tails,
won't you? I'll buy myself a new outfit, and I'll have the makeup done as we had it done today, Gary. I'll look a treat.
You'll be just looking fantastic. Now, I mean, does it get bigger? I know it's an extended bumper version of GPTV, but so much to share with you, so much to talk about, so much happening out there from the award-winning team.
Before you go and before you sign off, I want to have a special thank you to the viewers of GPTV, because we had a vision to make a show.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't realise how well it would be accepted. Thank you to all of those that regularly watch GPTV.
And to Visual Domain.
Because this award, that award is your award as well. Thanks again for watching. My name's Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer. We'll see you next week.